Okay, today I'm gonna help improve my skills on canning. I'm gonna can up some chicken today. Never done it before, but I'm trying to learn skills so when I get back to my off-grid property in Alberta in March, I'll be ahead of the game a little bit. So I plan on doing some canning from the garden and whatever other means. If you can get a good deal on any meat, anything in the grocery store basically, might as well learn how to can it, right? Store it up in the cellar. Okay, so some of the items I have here. About some jars, some canning salt, some garlic. I'm going to actually pre-cook the chicken. Got from my local Huckleberries. It's $9.95 a kilogram. Got 8 pieces per pack here. So I'm thinking I'm going to put 2 in each jar. I just have the smaller jars here. They're kind of an investment because you can just reuse them, but you see, I packed these full of chicken or whatever, and that's enough for me for one meal with a little side dish of something, vegetables, whatever. But we'll see how that goes. I'm going to have to heat everything and make sure everything's nice and clean first and take it from there. Now I just bring the lids to a nice boil, make sure everything's disinfected, and I'm going to wash up all the jars, disinfect. According to my calculations, I'm going to need 10, but I'll throw 11 in just to be sure. I'm going to give that a little cooking. Like I say, it's the first time I've done it, but last time when I made pork stew, I cooked it about halfway, and then it canned up real nice. So I'm going to cook the chicken about halfway and see how it goes from there. Oh my God, those onions. It's getting my eyes watering. Ugh. Okay, get that stirred up a bit more. And I think it's quite good. You know, half quarter cooked. Because I'm going to be pressure cooking them for an hour or so. For chicken, that'll be quite enough. But I want a little sauce so I can put it in the jar also. I'm going to add some more garlic powder. I like my garlic. And a little bit of coarse salt for canning. Bring out the flavor, bring out the flavor. Not too much, not too much. I don't like too much sodium in my diet. Okay, next I'm going to fill up the jars. That's cooked good enough. course, you can let me know, all you expert canners out there, if I'm doing this all wrong or not. Like to pack it in there. At least that's what I was understood. Pack her in good. Leaving the bones in. These are like little breasts, I think, or thighs. Yeah, thighs. And leaving the skin on. My pressure cooker holds 5 jars. So we'll go with 5 jars. Try to get some garlic and of the onions in there. There we go. This one is a little much. I'm going to take this bigger one out. I'll eat that for dinner. And I'll put this, I think this is smaller. This might be the same size. Oh, pretty much the same. I'll just squish her in. Oh yeah, that'll work. And I put a little bit of sauce and onions and garlic in each one here. Leave a little space. Doesn't have to be right full. Yeah, it worked out pretty good. Got all the sauce and garlic and onions pretty much used here. Okay, now lid's on. Put the seal lids on first, whatever you want to call them. Those are stuck together. That should be fine. Should be fine. Don't worry, I disinfected my hands also. I just snug them up lightly. You don't need to crank them on, right? Oh, one thing I should make sure I do, which I've learned kind of rushing it a little bit, but you got to make sure I wipe off the jars a bit here just to get a good seal, right? Got to get a good seal. Wipe off the tops all around the edge so you get a good seal. And I got 5 here because this is what's going to fit in my pressure cooker. There we go. There we go. Nice fit. I've got to add about 2 inches of water. Should do it. Lid on. Just gotta line up the arrow. And voila! Okay, on this pressure cooker, I got this little tab in here, a little valve of some sort. I gotta pop it into place. See, you kind of lift it up, stop steaming, and then it's going to pressure up and start making this weight jump. Once the weight starts jumping, then I start the timer. Doing a little multitasking, cooking up that leftover chicken. Make myself a little dinner. Ooh yeah! Okay, she's hissing. Let's start the timer. I'm actually gonna let her count down for 45 minutes. So I don't think it's gonna take that long to cook that chicken good and get a nice seal on the jars. So as long as it's still jumping like that, I just let her go and turn the heat down a bit. And as long as it keeps hissing, we're good. Just remember, while the pressure cooker is doing its thing, it's a good time to clean up. Because you don't want the wife mad at you, right? Even though she might enjoy the good chicken. Got to keep her on the good side. Okay, got her down to 15, so that's basically 45 minutes, a little over. So I'm going to shut off the heat and then let it cool on its own before I attempt to open the lid. Okay, I'll just go over a few numbers because you might be wondering, what does it cost? What is it costing me to can this chicken? Well, basically the chicken wasn't the cheapest. You get it on sale a lot of times, but not today. But basically it was about $1 for a chunk of chicken, or thigh. And lids, I got 27 jars and lids. No, sorry, I got 12 of them, but they cost $22. So, but the jars and lids, it's hard to calculate that because I'm going to reuse them, right? So it's not really it's a one-time expense. I'll reuse them many times. Anyway, and a little bit of salt and spices, not much there, like 10 cents a jar. And onions, garlic, once again, like 5 cents a jar. Not much for any of that. So according to my calculations, it's about $3.40 a jar, Canadian. Now, if you take off half the cost of the jars, at least, because you're going to reuse it, about $2.40 or something a jar, which is quite worth it, I think. Jar of chicken, little side, great meal. Can't beat it. So, what do you think of my numbers? Are they way out to lunch, or that's what I figure anyway. So I'm going to let this cool more. Oh, yeah, and I did 5 jars. So basically, I'm going to get 5 meals. Let's see, $2.50, like $10 for 5 meals. Hell of a deal. But anyway, I'm going to let this cool, and then take it out, and let's see if the jars actually seal. Because if they don't seal, well, I'm going to be eating a lot of chicken over the next couple days. Little note on the cooling process. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but my brother said you don't want to be popping the weight up and releasing the pressure. You want it to cool on its own, or the jars may not seal properly, or they may not seal at all. So we'll try and stick to his theory. He's way more experienced than me, and he's the older brother, right? Okay, I believe it's cooled off. Let's check it. Yep, no steam coming out. Take off the weight and pop her open. Nice. There is a proper tool. Oh, look at that. It's just still bubbling inside the jars, eh? Freaking hotter than hell. I don't have the proper device or utensil to take them out. I'll use this oven mitt. Should work. Maybe. It's kind of slippery. Oops. Shit. I think I already heard one pop. Look at that. They're popping good. That one's down. That one's down. They're still boiling. So it's definitely cooked. So I'm going to let that cool. And we'll see how it looks after it's cooled. Okay, there we go. We got 5 good jars of canned chicken. And they're all sealed. Beautiful. It's going to be so tender and tasty. Let me know in the comments if what you think, if I can improve on my skills, and if there's something in the future you want me to can, anything at all. As long as it's food, I'll give it a shot. And thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and share, and we'll catch you on the next video.